We'll start that again. Hi Facebook world, this is the first real video for herding little cows that I've done. Sitting here in front of the camera explaining to you what's going on. So we just decided as a family that we have a lot of people that ask us questions about how we make food for a family this size, or how we do our homeschooling, or how we go through the process of just life in a large family, in what some people would determine as a smaller space. So we just decided we would share some of those things, some of the therapies for Josiah, living life as a woman with a disability, also taking care of a husband with a disability and children with various disabilities or learning issues, or just different challenges in life. We also want to just glorify God through all these videos and how we raise our family, how we teach our children, how we discipline our children, just why we do the things we do, and all of that should center around Christ. As we've gone through our married years, we have changed things. We've become more sanctified through the grace of God, and we just want to share some of those tips that we have. So here I am videotaping in what is our guest room slash office slash new room to us, as my mom has recently moved out. We had been living with my mom for a while, and she has now moved out into a house in the backyard, and so this is our new space. As you can see, we need to put some color in this room because she had pictures all over her walls and mirrors and everything. This was her bedroom, but she took all of that. So we haven't gotten things on the walls yet, even though we do have stuff here. This room here is used for Mark to study in. It is used for sewing machines as the girls are learning how to sew. It's used as an extra room for when someone is sick. It's used for a lot of storage. And there also is an extra bathroom, another bathroom that we just got more access to because of mom moving out. So that's where we store all of our other medicines and towels and all those things that are here. So this is where you'll probably see me most of the time doing these kinds of videos. So just our goal for herding little cows, herding little cows. I haven't said that name very much, but our goal in that is to just show what it is living a life in a family. But pausing for a minute. So a little bit about our family. My name's Sarah. I'm 36. I'm married to Mark, who's, I won't reveal his age, he's older than me. And we have been married for, this is 2018, we got married in 2002. So we've been married for 16 years. 17 this coming summer. We got married the year after I got out of high school. So I went from living in my parents' house to being in a dorm room for 1 year to being married. In that year, that first year of marriage, we had a lot of unique situations that God brought into our life, which just drew us closer to Him and closer as a couple. We got married in June. We found out that Nathaniel was going to move in with us full-time 2 days before the wedding. So I went from being what was going to be an every other weekend mom to full-time mom. We found out in September that I was pregnant, and I had been planning to go back to school, and we weren't planning on starting a family yet. So that was a unique situation, and we'll talk more about that in later videos. In December, Mark was told he could no longer work and no longer drive because of a neurological issue that has now been going on and off for the entire time of our relationship. We are currently on where he deals with these issues every day, and that will be another video also. Okay, so June got married, September pregnant, December Mark no longer working, so I went back to work at McDonald's till I got put on bed rest at 31 weeks because of early labor signs, and Virginia was born in May, which would have been finals week of college, so it was a good idea I didn't go to college that year. So that was our first year of marriage. Husband not working, baby on the way, just unique circumstances, but God is good in all of that. Later we had Naomi. Oh, sorry. So Virginia, that one is now 15. Nathaniel, who we had from the time we were married on, is now 22. Yes, 22. Naomi is 11. Samuel is 8. Josiah is 6 and has cerebral palsy. He's the one you've been seeing on the therapy videos. Abigail is 3, and currently Uriah is almost 16 months. Yes, almost 16 months. So we live in this house, just our family now. It had been Grandma, but she has currently moved. Mark is at home full-time as he is considered disabled. He has issues where he has seizure-like activity that happens sometimes, usually multiple times a day, and so he cannot hold a job where he may just kind of fall asleep on everybody in the middle of the job. So he is currently home with us full-time. So these videos are mostly taped by Mark, but because of his issues, he isn't involved in a lot of our schooling on a regular basis, because I need to be able to make sure that we're actually doing our schooling and doing our therapies, and his brain isn't always there to do that. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, well, I can't do all the stuff that she does because she's got a husband home full time. Well, my husband isn't available to me a lot of the time. So these videos we decided to do to encourage other people. He has the time to videotape me. He will be doing that as he feels well, and he can edit these videos when he's feeling well. But the things you're seeing are things I would be doing with the kids if he were at work for the day, because they're not things he's doing with us for the most part. We just want to be an encouragement to womanhood and motherhood. We know that the family is very important to God, and churches are not teaching how important mothers are to their children. For mothers to be able to stay home. I just realized this entire time my glasses have had a really bad glare because I had not looked down at the screen. So I'm going to move a little bit. Okay. Move the camera a little bit. Okay. If I sit here, where is it? It is back there. So, okay. Okay, well, I guess while I videotape, I will take off my glasses. So sorry for all the distraction there with the lens. I hadn't even looked at it because I was on the camera. So we have seen where the churches are failing in teaching women how important it is for children to have their mothers to be home with them and fathers to be taking the lead in their families. We've seen that that's been a huge lacking area in churches in general. I'm not saying every church, but most churches are not doing that. They encourage men to be out doing things. Well, actually, a lot of churches aren't even encouraging men in a lot of ways, but that is a different topic. But for mothers, a lot of churches fill the need that women have to continue being going, and always doing every activity at the church, doing all the Bible studies and all of those, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those, but they're not showing women how beautiful motherhood is. And a lot of these things like Sunday school and these Bible studies actually pull the families apart because, oh, women come do this and the kids are going to go over here. Or, oh, we don't have childcare provided. You leave the kids home with dad while you come here. And there's nothing wrong with the kids being with dad, but mothers need to be there with their kids. And we need to just encourage mothers to find ways to just be rejuvenated with their children, not always looking for the way to get out. So that's what I'm hoping these videos are going to do. I just would ask for feedback, what people would like to see on these videos, how people would different aspects of our life that they'd like to see, or different questions that they have. And if I don't have the answers, I'm going to look for people. I do know some wonderful Christian women that I would love to involve in asking ideas of and stuff, if you have a specific idea that I don't deal with. But again, it's just a way to encourage people to realize how beautiful this system of womanhood God has designed, this place that God has placed us in, and not always trying to fight our way out of the system or fight to be in a different place than God put us. Another aspect of this is frugal living. We live on a very small amount of money a month. And I'm not saying everyone has to live on a tiny amount of money, but if you're a woman who thinks we can't possibly live without my income, that isn't necessarily true. In most cases, you don't need the second income. When we first got married and Mark couldn't work and I went to work at McDonald's, and then I was put on bed rest, we ended up having state help for a little bit. Sorry, my nose itches. Oh, okay. Just dry skin. We ended up being put on, we were on state help for a little bit, and Mark is very good with money, very good with numbers, and looking at our budget, we were not getting enough money a month to pay all our bills, but somehow miraculously God did that. We found that God provides in ways that we couldn't even imagine when we're just faithful to Him, faithful in doing the things that we need to do, and not trying to keep up with everybody else and what they think they should have, or all the things they think we should provide our children with. This video is not going to show you how to save money to go to Disney World or how to get your kids the latest, greatest toys, because that's not what we do for our kids. And I think in a lot of ways, it breeds discontentment when you're always just looking for the newest, greatest, latest thing. So that was a lot more than I was planning on saying in this video, and these videos usually won't be this long. We're planning on doing a little compilation video at the end of every day. We won't necessarily videotape every day or take pictures of the things, but Mark is having more and more memory issues, and so he has been using the camera more anyway, so he can remember what's going on day to day. So this is kind of a log for him too. Again, please just interact with us. Let us know if you like what we're doing, if there's something particular you want to know about. We're still working on the cameras and how to make those things work. So if you have any tips for us, please share, but know that we are trying to work those things out and figure out how to make this work best. But yeah, that's all. I just